Week 3 of fantasy football is in the books, and wow, what a roller coaster. From breakout stars to major busts, clutch performances to heartbreaking injuries, this week gave us plenty to talk about. In this video, we're breaking down the biggest takeaways that you need to know heading into week 4: who's rising, who's falling, and how to get ahead in your league. Let's dive in. Number 1, Jordan Mason. The first player that we will be talking about today is Jordan Mason. Last week he got 24 fantasy points in the Vikings versus Bengals game. He should continue to get these high numbers as the starting running back, Aaron Jones, is injured until late October. In the coming weeks, he should be a viable flex or running back 2 option, and as the season goes on, he could compete with Aaron Jones for the starting role. Number 2, James Cook. Cook has topped 20 points in all of his first 3 games, which ranks third out of all running backs. He's only behind Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey. In every game, he has scored a touchdown, cementing himself as the clear goal line back for the Bills over Ray Davis. He could enter the top tier of fantasy running backs this season. Number 3, Jonathan Taylor. After a slow start in week 1, Taylor has gotten 30 points in each of the last 2 games, which helped him propel to first in the running back rankings. His breakout weeks might be a sign of things to come, as he scored one of them without a single touchdown. However, the Colts have played some easy opponents so far and are undefeated. Number 4, Brian Thomas Jr. So far this season, Brian Thomas Jr. has been a bust. Whether it was the new additions of Travis Hunter and Diami Brown providing more competition, a tough starting schedule, or defenses adapting to his play style, he has scored way less fantasy points than last year. If you believe he will only improve from here, now is a great time to buy the dip. However, there are also a lot of negative signs, so you might want to stay a little bit cautious. Number 5, Omarion Hampton. Omarion Hampton finally had a breakout week. After being a letdown in his first 2 games as a Charger, Hampton scored 24 fantasy points in their game against the Broncos. This could be a sign of great things to come, and with their matchup against the Giants next week and Najee Harris injured, it looks like a perfect opportunity for the rookie. Number 6, Caleb Williams. After a solid first 2 weeks, Caleb Williams scored 30 fantasy points and led the Bears to their first win of the season against the Cowboys. As of right now, Caleb Williams is the third best quarterback behind Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. I'm hopeful for Caleb's fantasy outlook, and he could become a viable starter in the coming weeks. Number 7, Bengals offense and Vikings defense. In Sunday's games, the Vikings defense stifled the Bengals offense. This was a change in direction for both teams after the Vikings defense struggled in the first 2 weeks and the Bengals were able to win their first 2 games. The Vikings defense forced 3 fumbles and 2 interceptions, and out of those, 2 fumbles and 1 interception were forced by Isaiah Rodgers, who is a new addition this offseason. Meanwhile, the injury to Joe Burrow caused problems for the Bengals offense. Number 8, Ashton Jeanty. Not all the players this year have been great, however. Rookie running back Ashton Jeanty has underdelivered. He is currently ranked as the running back 33 after averaging 8.6 fantasy points through the first 3 weeks. Arguably, he has been the biggest bust in the first 2 rounds of fantasy football. The Raiders will be facing the Bears and Colts next, so they might have a chance to find their footing, and so will Ashton Jeanty. Number 9, Tre Tucker. Another Raiders player, Tre Tucker, had an explosive week 3, scoring 40 points off of only 9 targets. Steadily increasing targets, receptions, and yards are a great sign, and Tucker's TD upside is incredible. However, he will be the fourth target on the team once star tight end Brock Bowers returns from injury. Still, he might be a good option to add from the waiver wire. Number 10, injuries. These players were all injured in this week's games and are players that you will need to find replacements for in the coming weeks. Number 1, James Conner was carted off the field during Sunday's game after he suffered a season ending ankle injury. You should add Trey Benson to your fantasy team because he is the new starting running back. 2. CeeDee Lamb was also injured in Sunday's game with a high ankle sprain. He will miss only 3 or 4 weeks, but during that time, George Pickens will receive more targets. Number 3. Najee Harris also suffered a season ending injury after he tore his Achilles in their game against the Broncos. Another running back who I mentioned earlier, Omarion Hampton, will score many more points with Harris out. That wraps up our Week 3 fantasy football takeaways. As always, stay sharp, stay active on the waiver wire, and keep an eye on those matchups heading into Week 4. If you got value from this breakdown, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss next week's recap. Good luck setting those lineups, and see you in Week 4.